Adam Cole has confirmed his breakup with Britt Baker. Swerve Strickland wants to see WWE push a certain star, and NXT in the former ECW arena has been a huge success when it comes to ticket sales. Welcome to Wrestling Republic News, your daily show which brings you all the non-dirt sheet wrestling news in the time that it takes for you to drink your morning coffee. Before we get started, if you could like and subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 7 to 10 videos per week, and in addition to that, we also do a daily live stream every single day at 8 PM UK, 3 PM Eastern, 12 PM Pacific. Thank you. WWE has sold out the 2300 arena in just minutes for NXT. Earlier this week, it was announced that the November 6th edition of WWE NXT would be taking place in the 2300 arena, which of course is famously known as the former home of ECW. And yesterday, these tickets went on sale and they sold out before Shawn Michaels could even tweet saying they were on sale. Literally, he tweeted it out and instantly there was just hundreds of comments going, "They've sold out, Shawn." Ticket prices for the event were in the hundreds, with a lot of fans on social media complaining about this, and understandably so, claiming that it could be pricing families out of attending the event. But on the other hand, again, it did sell out in minutes, so the demand clearly was there for it. Personally, I do feel like it's important that wrestling shows are priced at a price where families can attend them. Perhaps that does mean doing family discounts or something like that. And the reason for that is, if you look at the amount of wrestling fans who say they are fans because they attended wrestling events as a kid with their family, I mean, it does tell you that it's important for the future of the business that this is the case. But at the same time, for one-off events like these, where, for example, NXT are doing a special in a smaller arena, I'm okay with there being high prices. It's probably the only way they could justify running an arena like this, a smaller scale one, if they do charge more. So I get it, and I don't have an issue with it personally for an event like this. But for Raw and SmackDown in general, I do think WWE need to be careful with their pricing. Do you agree? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. As previously mentioned, the event does take place on November 6th, and you might be thinking to yourself, that's a Wednesday, and yes, it is. It will be going head-to-head with AEW Dynamite, and the reason for that is the night before is the US election, and of course, nobody wants to go head-to-head with the election. Adam Cole has confirmed to Sports Illustrated that he and Britt Baker have officially broken up. But he made it clear that they both still love each other and are best friends, and going forward they will still support each other and root for each other. And said despite the fact that they both want to go different ways in their lives, down different paths, they still wish the best for each other and are still rooting for each other, and there is no ill will between them at all. Usually here at Wrestling Republic, we don't cover stories like this, and the reason being is, this is the wrestlers' personal lives. This has got nothing to do with wrestling itself. But for this topic, we thought it was important to cover because of what Adam Cole says next. He said that he wants to make it clear to fans that they don't dislike each other because people online are taking sides. They're trying to have a go at the other person and act like they know what's going on, but in reality, they are still great friends and they still love each other. It should go without saying, but as fans, we don't know what's going on in the lives of these wrestlers, so don't pretend you do. Don't pretend that, you know what's happening in their personal lives, that you're their personal friends or something like that. Don't go and tweet hate towards somebody. Just, let them do their thing. Shelton Benjamin wants to become a world champion in All Elite Wrestling. During the Gabby AF podcast, Shelton Benjamin talked about his championship aspirations that he has now that he has left, and said, quote unquote, "When it boils down to it, no matter what I'm doing, I'm definitely in it to be champion." He made it clear that he still wants to win his first world championship of his career, and he thinks that now he does have the opportunity to do so. He also did acknowledge, and to be fair, I don't even think he needed to acknowledge this because I think it's clear from his career, but that he understands that sometimes you need to be, one of the other roles in a storyline because not every story is about you, and that the people in charge can have different plans for you, and at times you do just have to follow them. Do you think Shelton Benjamin could be a champion in AEW? Comment down below. Personally, I really hope so. I'm unsure if he will, especially the World Championship. But man, does this guy deserve it, and he looked fantastic in his AEW debut last week. Swerve Strickland wants to see WWE invest more in Cedric Alexander. While speaking on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, Swerve was asked what wrestler he would want to see spotlighted more in WWE. And his answer was Cedric Alexander. Swerve opened up about a few things after this, including the fact that he was one of Cedric Alexander's groomsmen, but also that when Swerve moved to Florida to join NXT, both Malachi Black and Cedric Alexander both helped him buy a couch. They both chipped in money so he could have a couch in his place because he didn't have the money to do that. He said that he still has that couch and he will never get rid of it for that reason. He also praised Cedric Alexander for him finding his feet on the independent scene, crediting Cedric Alexander for that, because Swerve said the matches they had together was what really helped him take it to the next level. And he said that all he thinks WWE need to do is push Cedric, and that Cedric will find his feet in WWE. He also noted and confirmed reports that Cedric Alexander has signed a new multi-year deal with WWE, meaning that them investing in him, well, I guess it's more likely than ever. I agree with Swerve here. Cedric Alexander is a heck of a talent, and it would be phenomenal to see him have a title run in WWE or just something like that. Now it's time for the AEW Dynamite preview. Tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite is a bit of a stacked one, and we're going to kick things off with Huck exposing who Taz's attacker was. Meanwhile, Kyle Fletcher will speak after heartbreakingly turning on Will Ospreay. AEW have issued a warning as Jon Moxley and the BCC will be there live. And the House of Black will return to action together as Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews are in in-ring action. Shelton Benjamin is back in action once again as he will be taking on Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion Sammy Guevara. Meanwhile, Jack Perry and the Young Bucks will be taking on Daniel Garcia and Private Party. And in what will presumably be the main event, we will have a ladder war, as Mark Briscoe will defend the Ring of Honor Championship against Chris Jericho. Are you excited for the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back same time tomorrow. See you guys then. Peace!